So, Leute, was geht, Leute? Ich hoffe, euch geht's erstmal allen extremst geil. Leute, die Stunde ist endlich gekommen. Wir haben endlich 21 Uhr. Ja, ihr glaubt's nicht, ich habe die ganze Zeit auf die Uhr geschaut. Ja, der Samstag ist so langsam vergangen. Wem geht's genauso? Ja, also es ist auf jeden Fall eine extrem krasse Ehre, wirklich hier diesen Call zu hosten. Mit so einer krassen Inspiration für mich persönlich und ich weiß, für viele von euch genauso. Einfach, dass man auf demselben Flyer ist wie Riyahd Jones, ist wirklich eine krasse Ehre für mich. Und Leute, an die, die ihn noch nicht kennen, an die, die nicht wissen, wer gleich wirklich nach mir speaken wird, ihr müsst euch vorstellen, Leute, Riyahd Jones ist mittlerweile Chairman 50 in der ganzen Company. Ja, und ja, es ist viel Geld und wir wissen, wie viel Geld er verdient. Aber wie viele Menschenleben, wer weiß es, wer kennt den Vergütungsplan? Wie viele Menschenleben muss man beeinflussen, dass man so ein Einkommen verdient? Ja, wer kennt den Vergütungsplan? Ich bin jetzt neugierig. Ja, weil Leute, ich kann euch sagen, ja, Geld ist eine Widerspiegelung von zwei Sachen. Von zwei Sachen, okay? 2500 richtig. Erstens, wie viele Menschenleben hast du beeinflusst? Und zweitens, wie viel Mehrwert hast du rausgegeben an die Masse? Und ich kann euch sagen, Riyahd Jones hat definitiv diese zwei Bereiche gemeistert, hat mir schon so viel beigebracht, schon so viele Klickmomente durch ihn. Meine Lieder genauso, ihr wisst Bescheid. Ja, wir haben auf jeden Fall sehr, sehr viel von ihm dupliziert. Er hat so viel Free-Content auf YouTube. Und ich kann euch sogar sagen, ja, er ist auch ein Grund dafür, dass Bryce Thompson den Erfolg hat, den er heute hat. Damals, als Bryce Thompson P5000 war, müsst ihr euch vorstellen, hat ihn eingeladen zu sich nach Hause. Einfach so, er hat ihn angeschrieben auf Instagram. Bryce meinte, ey Bro, kann ich mal vorbeikommen und so weiter. So, ihr müsst euch vorstellen, so, und er hat Bryce Thompson einfach schon inspiriert und er ist auf jeden Fall auf dem Call und das ist wirklich absolut crazy, Leute. Deswegen würde ich sagen, Leute, lassen ihm mal wirklich zeigen, was die deutsche Culture wirklich am Start hat. Ja, droppt mal wirklich, bringt mal den Chat wirklich komplett zum Ausrasten, dass er wirklich sieht, dass er seine Zeit hier nicht verliert, was wir wirklich am Start haben oder was wir drauf haben. Deswegen, Leute, ab jetzt. Ich bin absolut nervös. Es ist das erste Mal, dass ich es mache. Aber ich werde ab jetzt auf Englisch reden und ich werde ihn ankündigen. So, yes, Riyahd, thank you for joining this call, bro. It is an absolute honor for the German community, for me personally as well, for you to being here. We're really hyped for your value. As you can tell, the chat is exploding for you. We've been really hyped for this call the entire day. And yes, bro, the first time I got introduced to your channel was through your one mentorship called Chairmanship with Bryce Thompson. And since then, you've been my go-to chairman, personal development, a YouTube channel, I can tell. We've been duplicating a lot of your learnings, a lot of your YouTube, a lot of your mindset mastery. And I can say for a fact that you play a big role in our lives, a big role in our success. And yes, bro, as you can tell, the chat is still exploding for you. Bro, I really like, we surely don't take it for granted that you actually replied to my message and that you're actually so generous, so loving. So yeah, bro, I would say the stage is definitely yours. You can take it away. I can give you the mic and let's go, bro.
Jeez. Yo, let's go. My brother, thank you so much for having me. Are you going to be translating? So do I need to slow down or let me know how I need to
flow? No, bro, you're good.
Everybody good? All right, bet. Let's get it, man. I'm so excited to be here with each and every single one of you. This is my first time collabing out in Germany. So I'm super excited to be here, man. So for those that don't know me, my name is Riyahd Jones. I'm 27 years old. I've been a part of I Am now for 3.5 years, right? 3.5 years I've been a part. And my journey, how I got involved with this company was I was coming from another network marketing company. Well, let me go back. My background is football. So I played American football here in the States, play at a very high level. I got to play professionally for a short period of time. And then I got cut. And when I got cut, I was back at home sleeping on the twin size bed at my parents' house. And I was looking for a way to, change my life. I'm not where I want to be financially. My parents, like whatever. I'm trying to really make this thing happen. And somebody introduced to me the concept of network marketing at 23 years old. So at 23 years old, somebody introduced to me network marketing and it changed my life forever. And after a year of being plugged in with my first company, I got introduced to I Am. And man, when I got in I Am, I just literally got to see the power of trading, the power of investing, more so the power of network marketing, how so many millennials actually can truly win inside of this industry as well of this company. So that's a little bit about me. Just want to give you guys some background for those that tune into my YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys. I remember when I first started putting these calls out on YouTube, I never thought at that time that it will go further than my team, and now so many people from the company get value from it from different parts of the globe. So super excited. So drop some fire in the chat box for yourself for being plugged in. We got 422 people on the line, right? Let's flood the chat box, right? So I'm excited, man. So today, I think what I want to dive into is what I believe is very, very important, right? But before I dive into it, I want to ask you guys a question. And the question I want to ask is, what do you believe, right? What do you believe is the most vital key to growing a successful organization? Like, just drop in the chat box what you believe it is. What do you believe is key to growing a vital, or what's key to growing a successful organization? Culture, duplicating, culture. Let's see what we got. Momentum, having a why, belief, systems, love. Let's see if somebody get it right. I think I just saw it. It's leadership. There we go. Right? It's leadership. That is the most vital thing you need to know. Like, to grow an organization, to sustain an organization, to consistently drive momentum into an organization, the word is leadership. What we have to understand is that leadership is the highest paid position in the entire world. You show me somebody that earns a lot of money, and now I'll show you somebody that has great leadership skills, great leadership ability. The success of your organization is going to be based on your ability to go out there and lead people, right? That's going to be the basis of the success inside your organization. How good am I at going out there and leading other people? So here's what I want you guys to understand. Doesn't matter your rank, doesn't matter, whatever you think you have or don't have, each and every single one of us on the line, we have the ability to lead. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a customer Platinum 150, you have to understand that you have the ability to lead, right? Because leadership boils down to two things: who we are and how we think. Who we are and how we think. And so the thing that you have to know about who you are is that you were created by the greatest leader in the whole entire world, like in the universe. That's who you were created by. So that means you have leadership ability on the inside of you. The second thing that it boils down to is, how do you think, right? How do you think about leadership? How do you view business? How do you view communication? How do you view people? How do you view your current situation? How do you view your success? How do you view your future? How do you think? Right? Because the way that you think is going to be, the way that you think is going to determine how you go out there and lead people inside your organization. Because for us to grow a successful organization, for us to sustain a successful organization, and for us to be able to drive momentum into an organization is going to be based on our ability to go out there and lead people. So what you have to understand is that you have to consistently grow in leadership. This leadership isn't something that is necessarily learned by everybody. Is going to be learned by the right people. And that's one thing that you got to set on that path to do. I got to go out there and learn how to lead an organization. I got to learn how to lead people. I got to put myself around individuals that are leaders, because when I put myself around people that are leaders, I can now identify what leadership actually looks like. I can now have a visual attempt, and I believe having a visual is so important. Having a template of what it actually looks like is so important, because when you can see how it's supposed to look, you can now model that and measure yourself by that. So you can say, man, am I really doing this how this leader would? Am I really doing this? So like, my model was David E. Monetier. He was the person that I believe God placed in my life to show me how to build this business successfully, to show me how to lead people, to show me how to love people. It was David. So understanding that, I had to say, okay, when I'm moving, when I'm building my business, this is how my model, my template is, this is how they would do it, right? So you got to have that, because leadership is very visual. Leadership is visual. So watch this. You're gonna have to watch somebody to learn how to lead successfully. But watch this. There are gonna be people inside your organization that are gonna have a visual that they see. A lot of people, right, put in the chat, duplication is key to growing and sustaining a good, successful organization, which it is. It definitely is. But duplication starts with leadership, because you got to ask yourself this question: do I want my organization to duplicate what I'm doing right now? Do I want my organization to duplicate what I'm doing right now? See, here's how you got to think every single day. When you wake up in the morning, you got to put in your mind that it's a hidden camera following you around all day. And this hidden camera is broadcasting every movement, everything you do in terms of business to your whole entire organization, or what you're not doing. It's following you around all day. So if your organization duplicated everything that you did today, everything that you did yesterday, everything that you did last week, what would your organization look like? Think about that. Do I want my organization duplicating me? If the answer is no, right, then I got to start doing things the way that successful people do. I won't know how successful people do things if I don't look to see what they're doing. If I'm not always around, if I'm not following them on Instagram, watching their moves, because again, leadership is very visual. It's all about setting the example. So somebody has to set an example for you so that you can set the example for somebody else. Because here's the thing, your success, your story, everything that you're going through is not just for you. It's for the other people that you're going to bring inside your organization. They're going to be people that come inside your organization that you're going to have to know how to lead. You're going to have to be able to relate to them. Right. And so here's the thing about this business. One thing that people miss in leadership, right? One thing that people miss in leadership is having what I would call the leader's hearts, right? The leader's heart. See, there are skills that you're going to have to learn in leadership, right? You got to learn, the laws of leadership. And, John Maxwell's a great person to start learning that. Right. But at the end of the day, I believe that leadership is also very spiritual. Leadership is spiritual. It's not just mental. It's not just the physical things that we do and set an example of leading. Is also a spiritual aspect to it as well. And I believe that having a leader's heart is very important. I believe a leader's heart starts with humility. Right. See, humility is very important. Right. You got to be humble enough to listen to somebody else that has more than you, but you also got to be humble enough to listen to people that may not have as much as you, right? Humility is, what's my ability to learn? What's my ability to change? How can I sit under the right leader, the right voice, listen to them so I can go out there and build my business? Because here's the thing. 100% of my success is I give it away, because it's never about me. I'm just the person that listened. I'm just the person that learned from other people. I'm just the person that had examples and I followed those examples. I modeled my business. I modeled my life after those examples. So having humility is very important. So going from humility is you got to be expectant as a leader as well. You got to be expectant. You got to expect for things to happen inside your business. You got to expect for new leaders to join you. You got to expect to have what it takes to lead those individuals. Expectancy is very important. Expect and see. Whatever you expect, you will see. So you got to have some type of expectation for your business, for your organization, for your growth in terms of leadership, because leadership isn't ongoing. Leadership is ongrowing, right? Leadership isn't ongoing. Leadership is ongrowing. So you got to expect to grow every single day, right? And then you got to follow that with action. This is the leader's heart. This is the heart of a leader. A leader is humble. A leader has humility. A leader is expectant. A leader expects things to happen in their business. Don't you think that Steve Jobs, when he created the iPhone, he expected it to do what it's doing today? Don't you think when Jeff Bezos created Amazon that he expected to see what's happening today? $1 trillion companies. That's what you call expectant, right? So I can't just have an organization. I got to expect chairman to happen. And because I expect chairman to action, I take action on my expectation. Action. So I have to have the humility. I got to expect. And then whatever I expect, I got to inspect by taking action on that. So I got to show the plan 4 to 6 times a week. Why? Because I'm setting the example for my organization. I got to take that time to take people through that 72-hour launch process. Why? Because it's not just for me and that person. I'm setting the example for my whole entire organization. That's what I have to take action for. See, leadership, here's the thing. You got to lead good enough. You got to lead influential enough, and you got to be efficient enough so that other people have something that they can model and duplicate. Because it's not going to be you that built the business to chairman. It's going to be the leaders that you developed, the leaders that you helped believe that go out there and build the business to chairman. That's how it works. It's not a one-sided game. It's not just you out here in the field. It's not just about you. It's not about how good you can do something. How good are you at teaching other people how to do it? And with the level of humility, with having the expectation and then following with action, guess what? You can now, listen, I was just telling my squad last night, in this business, what you gotta be is a tour guide and not a travel agent. Too many people are travel agents and they're not tour guides. What do I mean by that? Well, a travel agent is somebody who, I've never been to Germany before, right? I've been to a couple places, but never Germany. So a travel agent would be somebody who's never been to Germany like me. And somebody calls me to say, yo, Riyahd, I want to go to Germany. I want to do something in Germany. Can you book me a flight? Can you set me up? Can you tell me the places I need to go in Germany? And I'm like, oh, okay, cool, I can do that. And so I get on the internet, I get on Google, and I try to figure out, okay, cool, what should this person do in Germany? And I call them back and I say, cool, this is what you should do in Germany. Even though I've never been there, this is what you should do. I'm excited telling you about it, but I've never been there. Yeah, you should show the plan 4 to 6 times a week, but I've never done it. Yeah, you know what? You should prospect 3 to 5 people a day, but you've never done it. So you're a travel agent. The tour guide is one of you guys that live in Germany that say, yo, you should go here, here, here. This is the best mall. This is the best place to get this from. This is the best hotel you want to stay at because you're there. So in leadership, it's all about taking people places that you have been. You can't show anybody how to do something that you haven't done before. You can't show anybody how to launch if you're not launching. You can't show anybody how to show the plan if you don't show the plan. You can't show anybody how to utilize the products if you're not utilizing the products, because leadership is visual. Leadership is about setting the example. And I have to have humility to know that it's not just about me, it's about the people that I'm leading. That's why the leader's heart is so important. And I gotta have expectation for what I expect to happen in my business because of my humility and because of my action that I'm taking on this expectation that I have. And then watch this, I gotta be resilient too, because every great leader is resilient. You show me a leader, I'll show you somebody who's resilient. And resiliency is just the ability to bounce back. That's all it is. I can just bounce back after I take an L. I can bounce back after I host an event, nobody shows up. I can bounce back after I D-rank. I can bounce back after I travel 6 hours to do an event, and it's only me and the person there. It's a me show. I can keep bouncing back over and over and over and over again. You show me a great leader, I'll show you somebody who had the art of bouncing back. So as a leader, when we're talking about having the heart of a leader, I gotta be able to bounce back. I gotta be able to overcome adversity. See, the biggest challenge to overcoming the obstacles is never challenging the obstacles. That's the biggest challenge. And a lot of people get to a point where they stop challenging the obstacles. They stop, I kept showing the plan, but I did it 6 times, nobody joined. So I'm gonna just hang it up. I talked to all my friends about this business, and they all told me, they told me it was a scam, and you stopped doing it. Because you kept getting beat down. You kept getting told no. But people like Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, Alex Morton, Bryce Thompson, David Limonitier. Don't matter. Every great leader that has done anything worth talking about, they all were resilient. They all could bounce back. After taking an L, after taking 2 L's, after taking 3 L's. Guess what I had to do? I had to bounce back. Right? I remember just 2 years ago when my lights were turned out and my wife was pregnant, she had to go back and get a job because I had D-rank from Chairman 10 to Platinum 2000. Yeah, I remember that. I remember my car getting repossessed. Yep, I remember that. I remember almost being evicted from my apartment 4 times. I remember that. That was just 2 years ago. And guess what I had to do? I had to bounce back. I remember having an event at my home one night, and that was the night that my lights got turned out. And I'm like, yo, what the hell am I about to do now? My lights are out. But guess what I did? I was resilient. I found a way to work around it. I didn't make an excuse. But when they asked to come to my crib, I'm like, no. We gotta, you can't come over tonight, bro. Right? So, and guess what? That time when I was being pulled back, when the back office wasn't going my way, I still had to keep working. When nobody, it was having success, when nobody was talking about the success of the organization, when nobody was excited about what was happening, I was still working. I was still in the field. We're still in the trenches. You want to know why? Because the real money's always made when nobody's talking about it. That's when the real money's made. See, everybody's talking about Bitcoin right now, but the real money was made if you were in at 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, not buying in at 60,000 unless you got a big bag. See, the money's made before people talking about it. So before people start talking about you, that's when the money's made. You want to know why? Because that's when your character is being built. That's when you're being developed. That's when you're learning the skill. That's when you're learning how to prospect. That's when you're learning how to present. When nobody's talking about you, when nobody sees a rank flyer, that's when the real money's made. That's when the real money's made. When you're working on the skill, when you're learning how to present, you're showing the plan. You're doing the one-on-one meetings, the two-on-one meetings. That's when it's really made. The money's not made when you hit the stage. The money was made before you hit the stage. Like when LeBron, when they won the championship, they didn't win it when they won it. They won it before the game was played. When Mike Tyson won the fight, he didn't win the fight in the ring. He won it before he got to the ring. So the money's made before people start talking about you. Right now, if you're platinum 1,000, platinum 600, you're not a chairman yet, this is when your money's made. This is when you're really working. So listen, watch this. So when you are chairman 10, you've grown. When you are chairman 10, you're ready. Because what if you hit chairman 10 right now and you wasn't ready? Like, what if God gave you chairman 10 right now at this moment and you haven't shown the plan one time? You haven't hosted one event. You don't know how to launch anybody in your business. You're not ready for it right now. So why would you get it right now? But the money's made right now, though. The money is made right now before people know who you are. Imagine if this was my first time speaking to you guys. This is my first time doing a Zoom call, and it's y'all. It's 450 of y'all on the line. This is my first time. But this call can be cool. It can be impactful because I've been doing this for 3 years. Before people were saying, yo, I got a group in Germany. Can you talk to them? Yo, I got a group in Mexico. Can you talk to them? The money was made back then. The development happened back then. The discomfort happened back then. And you got to be okay in leadership with the discomfort because we're still talking about being resilient. Because this is the key. We're still talking about being resilient. I haven't moved on. We're still on resilient. This is why it's so important because every vision that you have, every goal that you have, everything that you want to do is going to be tested to see how bad you really want it. Every vision has to be tested for authenticity. Every true goal has to be tested for authenticity. Why? Because this business isn't about action. It is about action, but it's more so about how big can I believe? How long can I keep believing? Because all things are possible for me if I just believe. But here's the thing about believing. I got to be able to believe when things are not going the way that I want them to. I got to be able to believe when the back office doesn't show me where I really want to be. I got to believe in spite of my circumstances and my situation because it's just current. It's current. Current, meaning it's just temporary. You being a platinum 150 is temporary. You being a platinum 600 is temporary. It's temporary. But what people do, where people miss the game at, see, because here's the deal. You only can go as far as you can see. You only go as far as you can see. So if the only thing you see is platinum 600 or platinum 150, that's the only place you can go. But if you can somehow close your eyes, shut your eyes to the world and use the vision of your mind and see where it is that you truly want to go, put the pictures all around you, you can see something differently. So now your expectation is different. Every vision is going to be tested for authenticity. Because it doesn't say all things are possible to those that believe if everything is all good. It just says all things are possible to those who believe. So can you believe in spite of all the situations that you're going through? Can you just keep believing? If I'm believing, I'm working. If I'm believing, I'm taking action. If I'm believing, I'm showing the plan. If I'm believing, I'm doing everything that I need to do to get this goal done because I believe. The only reason we take action on something is because we believe. You don't take action on anything you don't believe in. But because you believe in it, guess what you do? You take action. So me being resilient is very important to me having the heart of a leader. Because you name a leader, I'll name you somebody who's resilient. But then in terms of dealing with people, in terms of, because that's what this business boils down to. This business is about relationships. This business is about people. That's why you got to be really good at communicating. But here's the deal. The final element to having the leader's heart is trust. Can people trust you? Does your organization trust you? Think about that. Have I given my leaders, my organization, reasons to trust me? Have I sacrificed for them? Am I transparent with them? Do I give them the real, or do I just sell them hype? Do I cast good vision to them? Have I given them something that they can trust? And then, do you have trust? Do you trust the person that's going to give you all this stuff? Whoever you may believe in, for me, that person's God. So do you trust the person that put you here for purpose to give you what you desire? Do you trust them that if I do what I know I'm supposed to do, if I work with good intention, execution, consistency, I have a good heart, I'm kind to people, I show the plan, I do everything, because here's the thing, I do all I can do, because all you can do is all you can do, and all you can do is good enough. All you can do is all you can do, and all you can do is good enough. What can you do after all you can do? There's nothing you can do. So after I've done all I can do I just trust that it's going to work out? Do I trust it? Because if I trust it, I have no reason to worry. Worry is a sign of unbelief. If I'm worried, that means I don't believe. And if I don't believe, that means all things are not possible for me, because it says all things are possible to those that believe. So if I don't believe, then all things are not possible for me. So if I'm worrying, that means I'm not believing. But if I trust, that means I don't worry. This is what you call having the heart of a leader. Leadership is very spiritual. It's not just, the technicals, the know-hows and all that. It's actually having a lot to do with you. How humble am I? Do I really expect things to happen? What's my level of action like? Am I resilient? Do I bounce back, or do I allow situations to fold me and make me forget why I'm doing what I'm doing? Because that's what happens. See, people lose sight of why they do what they do. And you can't do that. Like, why did you start doing this business? Like, why? What was the thing that made you say, this is what I want to do? I want to become a customer, and I'm going to become an IBO, and I'm going to go chairman. What was the reason behind that? And was it something that you were really connected to? See, because I know why I do what I do, I can't stop doing what I do. But people lose sight of what they do. They forget why they do it. They get so wrapped up in everything else, their current situation, the lack that they're experiencing currently, or they get wrapped up in the money, the thought of making more money, but they forget why they're trying to make the money. Because when you know why you're doing something, you'll be okay if the arrival is a little delayed, because you know you're doing it for the right reasons. See, anytime you feel frustrated about a rank, check why you really want it. Because if it's really about other people, then other people can wait. You ever thought about that? If it's really about my family, if my success is about me helping my family, then for me to really help my family, I need to be the best person that I can be. So I don't just help them one time, but I can help them anytime they need me. So I'll let time work its process. I'm willing to be uncomfortable for a period of time to get this picture, this image that I see in my mind, to get this thing that I desire. I'm willing to do that. Let me ask you guys a question. Drop it in the chat box if you know. Are designer shoes comfortable? Gucci, Fendi, Prada, Christian Louboutin, is it comfortable? No, it's not comfortable. My next question, does it look good? Yes, it looks good. Somebody said sometimes. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. Sometimes you're like, they be tripping sometimes. I saw something the other day. I was like, oh, I don't know about that one. But anyway, so I heard something, and it was from Christian Louboutin. It was from an article. When they make a shoe, the thing that they take into account the least is comfort. When they make a pair of heels, when they make a pair of flat bottoms, whatever, pair of sneakers, the thing that they take into account the least is how it looks. The comfort. They're willing to sacrifice the comfort for a better quality and design and look of shoe. And that just made me think a little bit. Turn my hat to the back. That just made me think a little bit. If Christian Louboutin takes into account comfort the least when he's making a shoe, and he cares more about the quality and the design and the look of the shoe than the comfort of the shoe, and that's one of the top selling shoe brands or fashion brands in the world, just kind of made me think a little bit. And the thought that I came up with is that, God doesn't too much care about our comfort either, or whoever created you, who you believe in. He doesn't, or she doesn't care too much about your comfort either. The comfort is the thing that they take into account the least. Because if you're comfortable, that means that you're not growing. When you put a seed into the ground, have you ever thought that the seed thought that this is pretty uncomfortable? Just imagine that. If you were a seed and you were underground, with the mind you have now, how uncomfortable would you be buried under the ground or planted underground as a seed? That's pretty uncomfortable. It's pretty uncomfortable. So comfort is not conducive to me growing. So comfort is the thing that's taken into account the least in your process. It's not meant for you to be comfortable. But if you can sacrifice your comfort and be okay with being uncomfortable, then what if you became a brand like a Christian Louboutin? Think about that. He don't care about comfort. He cares about design, quality, and look of the shoe. And to buy a pair of Christian Louboutins, you need at least $700. So maybe God didn't take into account comfort with you. That's why you probably have to go through what you go through, because it's not supposed to be comfortable, so you can grow. Because when you grow and you become the person that you really need to be, then you can be valued at more. You can go from a regular income to $10,000, let's say, a month, or dare I say $100,000 a month, because you didn't care about the comfort of your process. You was okay with the discomfort because you had the leader's heart and you knew, I just got to keep bouncing back. I just got to bounce back. It's very important that you understand that, because all of that is important when you're talking about rolling into leadership. Because when you recognize that I got to have humility, I got to have expectation, I got to take action, I got to be resilient, and I got to have trust. Trust the person that's going to give it to me, trust the people that I'm leading, and also I gotta have the character and everything so that my organization trusts me. If I have all of that working for me, guess what I can now do? I can now move up the levels of leadership, because it starts off you're a position-based leader. This is where people follow you just because you got a position. I'm gonna listen to Thomas because Thomas is my platinum 600. It's cool. I'm gonna listen to David. David's he's my platinum 1000, so I'm gonna listen to him. It's cool. But position-based leadership is the lowest form of leadership, but that's where it all starts. It all starts at position. Somebody, they're gonna follow you because of some type of position that you have. You're influential, whatever, you're platinum something, you're chairman. That's where it starts. But see, you can't stay a position-based leader. And when you have the leader's heart, it's easy to move up these levels of leadership. So it starts off, they just follow me because of my position. And I have, I don't have a whole lot of say so when I'm a position-based leader, because they only follow me because of my position. But then I got to move up to permission-based leadership. This is the second level of leadership. So level one is position-based leadership. Level two is permission-based leadership. This is where people follow you because they actually like you. Y'all have a relationship. You're growing a pretty decent business relationship or business friendship, or sometimes it's real deal relationships that we build at these second levels of leadership, right? This is where people follow you and they trust you because of, y'all relationship, y'all cool, y'all have they listen to you, tell them what to do. They're probably listening to, but they only follow you because y'all are cool. They don't follow you because of anything else. They follow you just because they like you. Like, I'm gonna follow you. You my dog, you a platinum 1000, you my girl, you're a platinum 600. I like you, got a rank. I'm gonna follow you. And that's cool. But it's only gonna take you so far. Here's the thing though, you need every single level. So you need level one, you gotta have a position. You need level two because this is about building relationships. Very important, relationships are your best currency. So I gotta have level two, but I can't stay at level two because my organization won't grow, right? So level one leadership, position-based. I'm gonna repeat it one more time for Thomas. Level one based leadership, this is position. This is where people follow you because they like you. I mean, you have a position. They follow you because you have a position. You're a platinum 600, or platinum 150, or you're their dad, you're their mom, you're their manager at work. See, this stuff isn't just for business, it's for life as well. Let me prove it to you. Let's say hypothetically, you have a stepmom or a stepdad, right? And hypothetically, one day you come home from school and the first thing they tell you when you walk through the door is go clean your room. And they just kind of yell it at you. And you like, bruh, you don't even know me like that. You're my stepdad. You're my stepmom. Who are you? Why? Because it's position-based. They haven't built a relationship with you. You don't trust them yet. That's why the second level of leadership is so important. So if you're a chairman or a platinum 5000 and you just tell people what to do with no relationship with them, right? Then your words will only go so far, right? So I gotta have position. I gotta have permission. This is when I build a relationship. People trust me, right? We're growing a friendship. They listen to me a little bit more. I have rank, I have influence, and we have a relationship, but I can't stay there. And here's why I can't stay at level one and level two. Because if I stay at level one and level two, that means I'm only going to have level one leaders. And level one leaders don't grow a 7-figure organization. Level one leaders don't grow a 6-figure organization. So if people only follow you because you have a position, you have a team of followers. If people only listen to you because you have a position, you have a team of followers. Level two is permission. So now people follow you because you have a position and you have a relationship. But if people only follow me because of my position and our relationship, then I still have a team of followers. I still have a team of followers. So how do I fix this narrative? I got to move to level three. What's level three? Level three is production-based leadership. And at production-based leadership, this is where you start making six figures. This is where Chairman 10 starts to happen. Platinum 5,000 starts to happen at these levels of leadership, production-based leadership. This is where people follow you because you produce. They're like, yo, if I join Nicholas, it's a wrap. He produces. He's going to show me how to really win. He knows exactly what to do. He knows how to show the plan. He knows how to launch. He knows how to take somebody through the fast start process. He knows how to do a home event. He knows how to do a Zoom call. I follow Nicholas because he produces. And because I follow Nicholas because he produces, guess what Nicholas now does? He develops other people that produce. But if people only follow me because they like me and because I have a position, that means I'll create followers. But if I move to level 3, I can now reproduce level 3 leaders, which are production-based leaders, right? That go out there and get results. See, at level 3 leadership, this is where you can start duplicating platinum 1000s and platinum 2000s. This is where you start that duplication process at level 3. It's not, you don't like me duplicating level 1 and level 2 leaders is not going to take me anywhere. I have to get them to move up the path of level 3 as well. But if I stay at level 2, they can't grow. So you got to move out of the seat to allow somebody else to get it. Leadership is about taking people to places that you've been, going back to travel agent versus tour guide. It's about taking people where you've been. So you become a position-based leader. Oh, you help somebody else get a position. You become a permission-based leader. Guess what? You help somebody else become a permission-based leader. And then it goes to you becoming a leader that produces. So now you duplicate, you replicate producers. And that's the duplication you want to see. I don't get so wrapped up in, duplicating, a system like, fast start and all that. Every system works. It don't matter if your system is about getting somebody results in 72 hours. It don't matter what product you use. None of that matters. Because all of that is for customers. Leadership is something totally different. This business is not built with customers. It's built on leadership because leaders develop other leaders that go acquire customers. So every system works, but what I want duplicating in my organization is leadership. That's what I want duplicating. I don't care what system you use. I don't care what group chat you use. None of that matters. What matters is who's duplicating leadership, who's duplicating production, who's duplicating results. That is what drives business, right? But if I remain at level 1 and level 2, then level 3, I don't get there. But that's where the big money starts rolling in. That's where the 5, 10,000, 15, 20,000 a month start rolling in because people follow you now because you produce. So now you attract producers. See, you're only going to attract whatever level you're on. You only attract whatever level you on. So you can't be a level 1 leader and attract a level 5 leader. It don't work like that. A level 5 leader is going to attract to another level 5 leader or a level 4 leader. They may see potential in that level 4 leader and they're attract to them, but they're not going to attract to a level 1 leader. Right? So I'm going to attract whatever level I'm on. So if I want to attract producers, what do I got to do? I got to produce. If I want to attract people that show the plan 4 to 6 times a week, guess what I got to do? Show the plan 4 to 6 times a week. If I want to attract people that know how to prospect, guess what I got to do? I got to prospect. Simple, because I attract whatever level I'm on. So if I'm attracting people who aren't doing anything right now, maybe I'm on the level of not doing anything, and that's okay. That's okay. But guess what you got to start doing? Doing something. Because when you start doing something, you're going to attract other people that start doing something. Did you guys know that a wild lion Sorry, my mom was calling me. Did you guys know? I love my mom. Did y'all know that a lion that rolls in a pack. It's called a pride. A lion that rolls in their pride. This is really about to mess you up. I hope it messes you up how it messed me up. Because if you make this connection that I made with this lion story, then you'll understand why it's so important to be on the right frequency. Did you know that a lion in the wild with the pride, if it gets distant away from that pride that it's been rolling with, if it gets distant up to 2 miles away, it gets lost for whatever the case may be, hunting, whatever, it gets distant, 2 miles, that lion can roar. The other lions in the pride will recognize the roar of their lion and go run to help the lion, to go run to see where the lion is at, up to 2 miles. I got to thinking, I'm like, dang, that's what you call frequency. So if people just got on the same frequency as other lions, as other leaders, as other successful entrepreneurs, like, listen, all you got to do is talk about your goals, get on the frequency as your goals, and the right people, they just gonna hear you. That's what attracting success is about. The chairman that's in my organization, I didn't recruit any of them. That's crazy. Yeah, I didn't recruit any chairman in my organization. They all attracted to me. Every one of them. The second person I signed up, he went chairman 10, on his way to 25. I didn't recruit him. He attracted to me. Every one of all 5 of them. I didn't recruit any. Just attract. So all you got to do is get on the frequency. You got to produce. You're going to attract other producers. But then you can't stay at production-based level leadership either. You can't stay there either. See, here's the thing. It's about transitioning from level 3 to level 4. See, level 4, this is personal development leadership. This is where people follow you now because of what you've done for their lives, how you've helped them grow, the information that you gave them. But here's the deal. You can't pour from an empty cup. So if you're not developed, you can't develop anybody else. But what you can do, you can produce though. You can produce, but you still might not be developed. And because of your lack of development and you can't develop anybody else, you can't show anybody else about humility. You can't show anybody else about being resilient, having vision, having patience. You can't tell them what books and audios to listen to help them grow, what events to go to help them grow. Then you only attract or you only develop people that know how to produce, but not people that know how to develop other people. That's the thing. See, level 4, this is where people follow you now because, again, what you've done for them. And see, when you develop people personally, it's harder for them to leave you. See, if you think about anybody that's left your business, I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, maybe 8 times out of 10, it was somebody that you haven't developed yet. It was somebody that you haven't really spent a whole lot of time with developing. It could have just been somebody that came in, whatever, and they were out 6 months from now, 2 months from now, 4 months from now, or they went platinum 2000, went to another company, platinum 1000, go to another company. But people that you actually spend time with, traveling with, giving audios to, getting information to, going to events to, serving with, it's going to be harder for them to leave you because you hit level 4. And this is where you start to earn $500,000, $1 million plus, all of that. But then that's still not the pinnacle. See, the pinnacle is pinnacle. That's the 5th level of leadership, pinnacle. These are people like David Imonitier. These are people like Alex Morton. And the one word that I would give you for pinnacle is time. It's time. It takes time to do it. It's not something that just happens in 2 years or 3 years. It takes time. David, 17 years in the industry. Alex Morton, I think like 10, 11 years in the industry. It takes time to get to those levels. But you never leave one level to get there, meaning you never become a pinnacle leader, but you forget how to build relationships with people, or you forget how to produce. These all build on top of one another. So in terms of you growing a successful organization, sustaining a successful organization, knowing how to build momentum in your organization is going to be because you learn how to lead. It's going to be because you had the intention to grow in areas of leadership every single day. Here's something for you. Without true leadership ability, somebody is only doing a fraction of what they could be doing. Without true leadership ability, somebody's only doing a fraction of what they could be doing. Think about somebody who's a chairman 10 or a chairman 25 who don't care about nothing about leadership, but they know how to produce though. But if they really connected all the other pieces to leadership, imagine how much further they could go. Think about somebody that's a basketball player that wants to win championships. And he knows how to produce. He knows how to score, but he hasn't made the connection on how do I lead my team? How do I build relationships with my team? How do I do that to help everybody else get better? How do I empower my team? See, that's what leadership is about. Leadership is about empowering other people, empowering, giving the power away so that they can lead. That's what it's about. It's not about imprisoning people. It's about empowering them, meaning spread your wings and fly. I trust that I've developed you enough. I trust that I gave you everything that I had. See, leadership is about giving people everything you know, but treating them so good that they don't want to leave you. That's the key to leadership. Giving everything you know, giving everything you got, but treating them so good that they don't want to leave you. If you keep emptying out your cup to your organization, emptying out your cup to your leaders, loving your leaders, serving your leaders, they're going to want to serve you. They're going to want to do more for the organization. It's not your job to fill somebody else. That's never my job. See, it's not my job to fill you if you're empty right now. That's too much mental stress for me to try to fill you. You want to know why? Because I don't know how deep your cup is. But what I can make the commitment to do is to pour everything that I have for this hour or two or whatever, how long I'm on this call. I can do that. I can give you everything I got, but I can't promise to fill you. That's leadership. You can't control how somebody takes the information. You can't control who goes out there and utilizes what you give them. You can't control any of that. But what you can control is how much you pour into them. That's what you can control. I can't control how many people get on my webinar, but I can control how many people I send the link to. I can't control how many people sign up in my business, but I can control how many people I prospect. I can't control how many people come to this event, but I can control doing the event. I can't control me putting in the efforts of doing the event. I can build it and invite people to come, but I still can't control who's going to come because none of that is my business. You want to know why? Because it's dealing with somebody else. See, anytime it concerns somebody else, it's not your business. You want to know why? Because you can't control it. That's why I can't make a promise to fill your cup, or nobody can make a promise to fill anybody's cup if they're empty or they need motivation. I don't know how much you need, but I can give you everything I got. So you got to just make that commitment to give everything you got and focus on taking people to places that you've been. If you're Platinum 150, guess where you've been? Platinum 150. So you should get really, really good at showing the couple people you got in your organization how to go Platinum 150. And you take all this stuff you just learned about leadership and you go apply and put it to work. And say, cool, let me start moving a little bit of humility so I'll listen to my leaders. I'll listen to the information that's being given. Let me expect things to happen in my business because I'm listening, because I'm being humble, because I have a vision, because I see something that I want. Yeah, let me take action on that expectation that I have now. Let me not just expect it. Let me follow it with some action. Let me just do that. And then even when I get hit with challenges and people don't join, I'm gonna be resilient. Yeah, I'm gonna be resilient. Yeah, I'm still be resilient. And even if it happens again, I'm gonna just keep being resilient. And then I'm going to trust it. I'm going to trust that it's going to work out for me because of my resilience, because of my action, because of my expectation, because of my humility. I'm going to trust that it's going to work out for me because I can't control when it works out. I can just control my mentality behind it and my action behind it and believe that it's going to work out. And then knowing all that, I'm going to focus on these laws of leadership. I'm going to start as a position-based leader. And I'm going to focus on moving up to relationships, permission, people. Now I'm building good relationships with people. I'm connecting with people. I'm learning people's family. I'm learning their kids. I'm learning what school their kids go to. I'm connecting with them. See, you can be talking to people and not connecting with them. You can be communicating with people and not connecting with them. That happens on that level 2 leadership. This is when you start connecting with people. But then I'm not going to stay, I'm going to start producing. So I can start showing my level 2 leaders how to produce now. They can have an example of what production looks like. And so now I got a team of production-based leaders. I got a team of people that's going platinum 2000, platinum 5000. Oh, snap. I'm a chairman 10. I'm a chairman 25. But I can't just stay here because now I got to help other people go chairman 10, other people go chairman 25. But I know it's going to take some growth. So let me get them tuned into Bob Proctor. Let me get them tuned into Thinking Growers. Let me help them grow as a person. Let me get them the same audios I listen to. Let me get them to them. The same mentors and people that I'm connected to, let me get them connected to them. Because I need them to get the same, whatever helped me grow, I need to get that same information to them to help them grow as well. Because I can't just stay at level 3. I got to move to level 4, which is production-based leader. Personal self-development leader. Forgive me. And so then I keep doing that. I keep rinsing and repeating. I keep discovering new talent. I keep developing new talent. And then I keep deploying new talent. I keep discovering new talent because that's the number 1 job of a leader. Identify and develop other leaders. David told me when I D-ranked from chairman 10 to platinum 2000, he said, Riyahd, you know how to identify leaders. You always have a business. He said, if you know how to identify leaders, you'll always have a business. But the key is knowing how to develop them. So I got to discover people, discover leaders, discover talent, develop them, and then deploy them, have them go out there and do the same exact thing. And now they're developing other production-based leaders. They're developing other platinum 2000s, other platinum 1s, P5s. And you keep doing that and you give it time, don't look up and you're chairman 100, chairman 250, whatever the case may be, right? Because you gave it time. Time is your best friend. Time is your best friend. Again, 2 years ago, I wouldn't be doing this call with you. 2 years ago, I was about to get evicted. 2 years ago, car got repossessed. 2 years ago, my lights got turned out a few times. That was just 2 years ago. That's no time. That's so small. So you got to be willing to give this thing time. Who cares if it takes you 2 years to go chairman 10? It don't matter. You want to know why it doesn't matter how long it takes you to go chairman 10? Because when you finally get to the chairman section at events, you finally start getting around the chairman, you know a question that people will probably never ask you? How long did it take you to go chairman? Nobody cares in the chairman section. You know what we care about? That you went chairman. That's what really matters. So it don't matter how long it take you, just get there. Just get there. I guarantee you nobody's going to say, oh, it took you 5 years to go chairman. Oh, I did it in 5 months. Nobody cares. They're like, oh, snap, you're a chairman. You know what we're not going to see? We're not going to see the discomfort either. All we see is the final design of the shoe. That's all we see. We don't see the discomfort. We just see the final production. We just see the flyer. We don't know what you're going through. We see the flyer. And when we see the flyer and then you tell your story, it's all worth it. Because that story is what's going to inspire somebody else to go chairman. And I hope my story inspires somebody else on this call to go chairman. So I thank y'all so much for this call. I hope you guys got value from everything. We went for looked like a strong hour. So I wanted to, again, give you guys everything I had, because that's what I made the commitment to do. Doesn't matter whose organization, what part of the world, I can make the commitment to give everything I have for that 30 minutes, for that hour. If somebody does something with it, not my business. I don't control that. I control how much I'm willing to give. And I'm willing to give it all I got to see other people have success. So I thank y'all so much. I'm gonna pass it back to you, bro. Anytime y'all need me for anything, I'm down. I'd love to come to Germany one day. So I'm gonna just throw that one out there too. If y'all ever need somebody to come out there and do something, like just put me at the top of your list. I love to come, but it gotta be hot outside. So the summer, listen, I'm down. So thank you so much, bro. I'm gonna pass it back to you.
Yes, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was an intense, deep training on leadership, bro. You just hit it. Yeah, you just did it very good. I'm not gonna speak on German, bro. Thank you again. And you're definitely welcome to visit Germany in summer. Yeah. And I'm gonna actually tell them something. I think they it passed over their heads about the heart that you spelled the word heart. Ja, so Leute, ihr müsst euch vorstellen, ja, Riyahd hat ja über das Herz eines Leaders gesprochen. Okay, der allererste Punkt, den er angesprochen hat, war Humility. Ja, und damit ist einfach Demut gemeint, na, dass man sich selbst erniedrigt, dass man einfach versteht 100% deines Erfolgs, okay, gibst du einfach weiter. So, zweiter Punkt war Expectancy, okay, deine Erwartungshaltung, okay. Ja, dritter Punkt war deine Action, okay, das, was du bereit bist zu tun, deine Fähigkeiten, all das. Vierter Punkt war Resilience, okay, deine Belastbarkeit, wie bereit du bist, wirklich wieder aufzustehen, ja, von dem Taler wieder hochzukommen, ja, dass du verstehst, dass nach jedem Tunnel wieder Licht kommt, ja. Und letzter Punkt war wirklich Trust. Ja, wem kannst du vertrauen? Vertraust du einem, vertraust du Gott, vertrauen die Leute auch dir, okay? Und wenn wir wirklich die Initialien nehmen von Humility, Expectancy, Action, Resilience und Trust, haben wir das Wort Hearts ausgeschrieben, Leute, ja. Und das ist, Leute, der Grund, warum ich euch gesagt habe, dass dieser Mann, ja, begabt ist im Reden. Dieser Mann, ja, redet wie kein anderer. Ich habe sowas noch nie gesehen. Ja, ist wirklich absolut crazy. So thank you, Riyahd. Bro, I was telling them, you definitely have a talent to speak, bro. Like you have the blessing of God. I don't know, bro. Like it's magical. I don't know, bro. Like the way you speak and all that. There's so many clicking moments. I told them, so many of them don't know you. And I told them, you're going to have clicking moments when Riyahd speaks. And you saw the chat, bro. So thank you. So yeah, guys, an das Team von Hussein, ja, Justin Owens wartet auf euch. Das Team von Hussein Abu Khalid. The chat is going crazy, bro. So yes, guys, we see it at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. And as Riyahd said, it will always be worth it. Macht's gut, Leute. Ciao, ciao.